Oh, hey there. I just wanted to make a video about a new Pokemon card that I picked up. Well, not new, but new for me anyway. I haven't had a Zapdos in many years. I actually traded the only one I ever got. Never was able to get it back, but that's not a big deal. So when I saw this, I figured I had to go for it. It's a first edition. The description was hard played, so it had seen some wear. It isn't that bad a nick, really. It's got a few scratches. I mean, it's far from mint, but I think it was worth what I paid for it. I'll just show you the other side, where there is a bite in it, just in the top corner. I didn't see that when I bought it. I guess I could have inspected it, but the shopkeep had never seen me before, and I don't usually make an issue out of these type of purchases. I'm not a nickel and dimer. If I want something, I go for it. So put it back to the front. This is a first edition. I did take into consideration that what if it's a fake? I mean, the only identifying marker on it that would indicate that it's a first edition is this little symbol here, where it says first edition. I'll try to get a better angle of it so you can see it clearly. Well, that didn't help. See if I just get closer, that'll work. This isn't the best camera, so yeah, so that's it. Personally, I think it's real because there just isn't enough money in it to fake it. I'm not saying it would be tremendously very difficult, but around these parts, there are not that many shiny Zapdoses, readily available. And it's not like the store had, a lot of Pokemon cards. It had, a few of the original card set. I can't be bothered with the new ones, and that was it. Like, in fact, this was the only shiny first edition that they had aside from a Machamp. I figured it was worth getting. They had a couple of other shinies, like they had a shiny Blastoise, but it was not a first edition, and they wanted half as much as I paid for this one. So there was no way I was going to buy that. I mean, if it had been a first edition, I would have grabbed it right then and there, but no way. In fact, I won't even buy single Pokemon cards unless they are first editions. I know this seems like a childish thing to buy, but I do believe in collections, and I was never able to get my Pokemon card collection to where I wanted it before. So this was a good opportunity and a good find. I don't think I paid too much for it, but I most certainly paid retail for it. And I don't think it's fake, but it is possible that it could be. I mean, the Asians, they're quite good at faking stuff like this. And just that little symbol there would not be very difficult. But, getting your hands on enough shiny Zapdoses would be an issue. As a matter of fact, to turn a profit, you would just be better off selling shiny Zapdoses. Because, I mean, I'm sure there's a stockpile of Pokemon cards in English writing in Japan, as well as other Asian countries. I'm sure that's not the issue. But around these parts, there are not a lot of them. The market is not a flood with them. On eBay, you could probably find it. Maybe one person at a time has something like this. There aren't any stores really anymore. There used to be one in a mall, more or less on the east side. They carried them. That was the major place at one point. I don't even think that place exists anymore. I mean, I work on my collections, and I must admit I hadn't looked at my Pokemon collection for a while now, at least a couple of months, but it was always going to be there, so it's not like I lost interest or anything like that. It's just I was occupied with other activities and other projects, that's all. So yeah, it's got some wear on it. You can tell in the corners. Little scratchy. And yeah, not much else to say about it. I'm glad I picked it up just because I wanted it. I remember being a young person, wanting a better Pokemon collection, and now I can work on it as an adult, and yeah, go from there. Because these things, they will get harder to find in the future, because that's the other thing about, counterfeiting stuff is, sure, you could flood the market with them, but then they become worthless afterwards. And that defeats the point of counterfeiting them, because you have to do work for something that's not worth much. So, I mean, is it possible that someone went through the effort to fake this and sell it to that store? Yes, but it sounds like too much work, because that store, I would never sell a Pokemon card to them. It's the same thing with the German helmets or any other store like that. I would never, ever sell anything to those people. I might trade something, but I would never sell to them, because they will always try to give you the least amount as possible, so when they go to sell it, they can sell it for, make a profit. You can't blame them for doing that, but yeah, I just would never sell, I certainly would never sell something back, but I wouldn't sell something in a different context, like if I got it some other way, to them. I'm perfectly happy just hanging on to this until someone comes along who wants it, or not selling it at all. But if somebody does want it and they offer me a price I'm willing to negotiate with, or will agree with, then it's all fair. So anyway, I'm happy with this, and I can hang on to this for a long time if I want, or if someone comes up with an offer a few weeks down the road, whatever. So yeah, I don't think it's a big deal at all. Anyway, yeah, not much else to say, so I'll talk to you guys later. Have a good one.